Alright, good afternoon guys. Let's talk sapote today. So sapotes, they are, depending on the variety, they can be a bit finicky in terms of coal. This particular guy is an Alano Sapodilla. For those that aren't familiar with sapote, the taste itself it's a lot like, I would best describe it as persimmon with some sort of a pear-ish texture, but one of my all-time favorite fruits. It's very delicious. So that's an Alano Sapote. As you can see, if you look at how it's situated, because it's fairly young, this guy needs a lot of shade protection and also frost protection. If you look at it, it's nestled right behind the lemongrass there. So the microclimate that it's produced should be sufficient to keep this guy nice and warm during the freezing area. And this section of the yard, which is the northeast section, is the most extreme section in our yard. It is both the hardest and also both the coldest. So again, that was an Alano Sapodilla. I'm going to take you to the other sapotes that I've got, or sapote plants, trees that I've got. This guy right here is taking the sun and the cold as like a champ. He is a black sapote. The thing about this particular guy, planted in the ground maybe March. It's grown about twice as big now. So every other week I have to come out here and see these. They are very prolific growers. I mean, it wants the fruit consistently. And because this is a new plant, I'm trying to get its roots established. So what I do every couple of weeks, sadly, I have to break off the fruit. In doing so, it should induce the rooting and establishment of the actual plant. On some occasions, you know, I mean, I've seen fruits that are about the size of my thumb, and it hides the fruits pretty well. But, you know, again, I do want this guy to be established. So sadly, I'm taking all the fruits right here. Let's see if I've missed any in the previous weeks. So again, black sapote, it's actually related to the persimmon family. The fruit itself, nickname is chocolate pudding. Just like the name implies, it tastes just like chocolate. So black sapote does really well in the valley. And we've got a white sapote back here. The one I've just shown you was a black sapote. This one is a white sapote, specifically the Suebelle sapote. And if you look at it, it's got a ton of flowers. This guy's been in the ground for a little over 2 years. The thing with white sapotes, very slow growing. Will handle cold without any problems. You do not need cold protection. However, it will need heavy sun protection. This guy does not like the sun at all, which is why we've got it nestled back here, right next to this bamboo here. It's doing really well. It's got new growth. It's fruiting, and we've been hitting this guy with lots of phosphorus just to induce the flowers and the fruits to stay. So white sapote, black sapote, and again back there is an Alano Sapodilla. which I guess you could call that the brown sapote. But got one more sapote I want to show you that's in a container. And it's in the front yard. It's getting some sunshine right now. All right, here's the front yard. Here's the, in my opinion, one of the best fruit ever. This is the mother of all sapotes. This is the Mamey sapote. So as you can see, it's in a container. And right now, it's out in the front. It's nestled underneath this palm tree here. So it's getting a lot of filtered sun. Mamey sapotes, when it reaches 40 degrees, yeah, you'll want to give it some cold protection, which is why it's in a container. You know, I find that it doesn't like the sun too much, especially, I mean, this guy's going 2 years old now. I mean, it's a grafted plant, but it should be able to handle the heat. But again, I'm just letting it acclimate slowly. Mamey sapote, I find that it's very easy to grow, to propagate from seed anyway. In fact, here is one. This guy was grown from seed, went to the nearest Mexican grocery store, got a couple of sapotes, which weren't cheap. They were, $5, $6, $7 a pound. The seeds, they germinate pretty easily. This guy's been in the ground for a good 4 months. Next to this miracle berry here. So that is it for sapote.